What did they do to you, Nani?
They threw us in a dark room with bars on its door with a big lock.
Do you still have your shoes, Nami?
You must eat to have the strength to talk.
Did they feed you then?
I was worried about you.
And the boys, did you see them?
They are still there behind bars. You must eat now. Eat in order to get strong.
They're destroying us, body and soul. Destroying us does not make any problem for them, as we know. That's it. Perfidious murderers. That's what they are.
We must protect ourselves from destruction. We're landowners. Eat your food now.
This is our man, Oliver. As you know, I have always been an ardent admirer of great deeds.
Working with you is a guarantee to realize a secured profit both for me and for the group of international companies.
I do not have the slightest doubt that you know far better than anybody else what it means to deal in money.
A simple rule, but useful that we follow. Their profit must always exceed spending.
That is true. The problem arises when these profits are distributed.
Don't complicate things, Oliver. In a country like this, work is done only by the local population. Capital is not the only factor to make the project successful. The most important thing is to be able to control things and keep work and production going. This needs a lot of experience and goodwill.
That is true.
I don't know why the governor didn't announce our engagement this evening.
I asked him not to.
Did you really do that?
Yes.
But why?
Please, I don't want you to spoil this night for me. You know that I have not yet decided to marry you. I mean, it is too early to know one another yet. Do you understand?
For my part.
That is not enough. I have to be sure of my feelings towards you.
But I...
Oh, how difficult the girls of these days are.
If you forget your worries, madam, Anne can easily manage strong.
Don't you notice her always trying to get away from him? What a pretentious girl.
You are wrong in treating her in this way. No.
But she even refuses to announce her engagement. Can you think of anyone better than Major Strong as the ideal husband for Anne?
This, I think, depends on the impression she has. You must give her another chance.
Tomorrow, Oliver, I shall release all your workers. The prisoners are all workers on strike and their sympathizers.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Stone.
But they'll have to be punished for their action and for having gone on strike.
Punishment? I thought you would ask me to raise their wages, especially now that we are to begin a new project.
I think you should give them a reasonable rise. Don't forget that we will be using them to open for all of us the treasures of the earth.
Well then, this is my opinion.
Do I understand that I shall have to wait long for your answer? Is there another man? Please, forgive me for asking this.
How dare you?
I wanted to hear your voice after such a long silence.
Well then, just listen. I don't think I shall spend the rest of my life here in Africa. For this reason, I am trying to get back to my homeland, to England.
Major Strong, if you please.
Excuse me, please.
I think this step is quite reasonable.
As you say, sir.
I'd like to see you in my office at 8 tomorrow morning. There are some important things I would like to discuss with you.
I'll be on time, sir.
Did you read this page, sir?
Yes?
I mean these instructions made by the governor.
As you say, mere instructions. It is his right to do what is good for the country.
What is good for the rulers of the country. We always go backwards, sir. We go back to the early days of colonialism.
Miriam, please do not exaggerate too much. They have released all the prisoners. And what's more, they got a raise as they wanted.
They are imprisoned for life. Yes, they are imprisoned. If I may be allowed to speak, they will work in an imprisoned society and under the whip of the police forever.
I think this will go on for 6 months only.
Nonsense. 6 months followed by another 6 and so on forever. Did you read this paragraph, sir? It explains all previous instructions.
Do you mean confiscating lands? It is only a small piece outside the town. For public interest, I think.
A small town, sir. A town inhabited by most of the workers who were released in order to be dragged to the labor camps. A dirty trick to kick them out of their land and confiscate it. Seiko, the old man.
I hear thousands of voices of mine workers, peasants, people who work in mud and swamps. I hear them beaten with belts under the sun of their country. I hear the yelling of thousands of children sucking their mothers' dry breasts. I have lost my senses. My legs. I shall go to sleep and maybe wake up. I shall stand without movement, like a dry tree. But I must run in front of the White Hunter. The White Hunter doesn't come alone. But he comes with his dogs and guns. How can I get a gun to shoot the dog and the hunter? I shall then walk freely and shout with a loud voice, Africa, Africa, my black country, you'll never be white. Never.
Look at this old man. Look at this old skin. Look at this face where time had made long, winding furrows. Look at his body. It is only a shadow of itself. He thinks that he is still able to resist.
Nani. Nani.
Are you Seiko, father of Como and Billo?
Has anything happened to them? I am the mother, sir.
Well, you must be ready to leave this place, and do it at once.
Where to, sir?
The house has been confiscated and all the surrounding land. It is within the area of the village, which will have to be evacuated now.
Dogs, no, no, scoundrels. This will never happen while I am alive. Oh.
I don't think it is necessary to repeat these instructions to you again. It is the law according to which you will work. The governor has commissioned me to apply it and to keep order and production going with the consent of the mine owners. Naturally, I don't have to answer your oral or written questions. My duty is to keep order only. In a little while, you will see Professor Spark arrive here to explain everything to you. You only have to listen to him. Good day to you, gentlemen.
Good day to you all, my friends. I don't have to remind you of Engineer Capo. He's the friend of all of us. Well, they say if a child washes his hands, he can eat with kings. An African saying, as you know, I don't only refer to the raise that you got, but for your cooperation in building the future of this country, its progress and prosperity for the benefit of all.
Please, can you explain, sir, what you mean by all?
Of course I shall, of course. It is you and us. Businessmen, owners, workers, peasants, landowners, etc. Africans who live in this country, everyone has his own role, as you know.
The sun shines only on those who are standing, before it shines on those who are kneeling at their feet. And we are those who kneel to you, sir.
No. You are exaggerating too much, my friend. No.
It is an African saying, too. You see, sir, that the sayings are like palm oil by which words are eaten. But greater, even still, is the difference between words and deeds.
Man in every society has to produce and work according to his scientific and educational level or qualifications. Or otherwise, we could exchange our positions now, you and I, or you and Capo, for instance.
No. This can never be done. The price that Capo pays is very high, sir.
Anyway, we shall at this stage work. We shall work to achieve the best we can of the material and moral profits for you. It is important that production will keep going in the right direction.
Who can guarantee that for us, sir? We have already heard it many times in the past. It is not new for us.
The new system guarantees that now. Or in fact, new instructions which were made and the way they are implemented guarantee your rights.
We have heard about labor unions that are formed in many countries. Their job is to defend all their workers' rights, independent of their grades, job, or qualifications. We can do it here, can't we?
No. One has to find a way to run his house. He must not look at what his neighbor does, because sometimes his neighbor will do him more harm than good. Living and working here together, as we are together, is in itself a typical example of one of the types of gatherings which you've mentioned. Your administration will guarantee all your needs. In this way, we don't have to consult or ask anybody about it. Thank you.
And now, let me explain the policy I'm going to pursue in the administration.
Congratulations, sirs. Now I can say that you have built a strong economic bridge between you and the biggest group of international companies which has its name all over the world.
When do you think we can start the project?
As soon as I come back, I shall take the necessary measures to sign the contracts and send the necessary instruments and equipment and send the experts to start work. What I ask you to do is get as many local workers as you can.
Don't worry. I have more than one place where I can find workers and possibly without paying them wages.
That is true. In fact, he did it.
I don't think you'll use prisoners.
Why not? A very legitimate way and well known everywhere.
But there are not many, are they?
If you are penniless without any money to support yourself, this could lead you to break the law. If you don't have a residence permit to stay in the area you are living in, you could also be liable for punishment.
I understand, but this is not enough. I think that...
Please, listen patiently, Jacob.
We live among tribes who are always fighting each other. They fail to understand each other. We then enter with our wise politics and get what we want out of the labor force to work free for us.
I understand. Divide and rule. You have nearly convinced me.
No. You'll have to be convinced completely.
The least punishment would be to work without wages for at least a year, either in the mines, the cotton plantations, or some other place. We have to ensure complete control over the black people in order to establish peace and order.
If you could take a little food, my dear lady, help yourself.
They are sending away the farmers, burning houses. They attack the poor.
Take it easy. Please, have some more to eat.
They erased from the memory the word mercy. Siko, poor old man. What happened to you?
He must be in hospital. We shall know more tomorrow.
A hunter does not carry his rifle in order to send ghosts away from his prey. Come on, below, my dear sons.
Don't worry. They are free, and they will return to their work tomorrow.
Oh, my God. They will not see the house, not even the village. I'll have to hurry to meet them.
No, they will not go home.
What?
They have built cabins for the workers near the mines.
Do you mean a labor camp? What kind of wind was it that took us away from the roots of this earth?
No, don't say this. We must bide our time. We shall find a way to throw them all out.
It is forbidden to visit the work camp, except by special permission from the police.
You could have lost your arm, Meda. Your way of handling things does not change anything.
You know I put my energy into work, so that I may not break one of the policemen's heads, and return to where we came from, to prison in isolation.
I wonder, how long will this situation last?
Forever. Or till death, as others before us have found inside the mine. It would be nice if one is buried in the place where he works. At least one would feel at home. Do you think that the spine of ours will lead to heaven or hell? That is the question.
As long as we dig this road, Meda, we can direct it wherever we want to. The road that we need to take just now is the way to freedom.
I think they have confiscated our area.
What?
I heard somebody talk to his friend about confiscating new land. They have mentioned our village.
Are you sure of that?
Quite sure. We'll have to do something. Have to do something. Oh, God. Oh, God. My father. My father. My mother. My mother.
Be careful. You have killed him below.
Below, come with me.
How can this be? A policeman beaten to death, and the criminal gets away while the camp is supposedly well guarded. And the lieutenant stands in front of me and tells me what happened.
They took the policeman to hospital, sir. He is in danger, but still alive.
Fine. Is this the best you can do, eh?
All the suspects are being interrogated, sir. One of them is the criminal's brother, Como.
Como? Is he the dirty black fellow?
The criminal who ran away is Billow, his brother.
Listen. Send some men in every direction to search for him. Don't let him get away. Let the sniffers go with the police.
Yes, sir.
Get moving!
There's a Mrs. Miriam from the Social Services Centre. She wishes to see you, sir.
Good. Let her in.
Good morning to you, Major.
Good morning to you, Miriam. Who is that woman?
She is one of those who have been kicked out of their houses. They have had their lands and houses confiscated. They are left.
I must remind you, Miriam, that you are in the police headquarters and not in the social services office.
I know that, sir.
Then...
It is the duty of the police to search for the missing. And her old and ailing husband was missed during the evacuation campaign carried out by your men in their village.
I understand. She can go with you to the police headquarters in the city. I think you have come to the wrong place, Miriam.
Como, Billow, sir?
What?
Her sons, Major. They work in the mine. I mean, in the new labor camp. If you could give her a permit to visit them, at least.
Are you the mother of this criminal? Good. You'll have to bring her here soon, or I'll throw you into the prison beside your other son.
Oh, God. What are you saying?
Wicked woman. How dare you come to me?
But would you explain things for us, Major?
Miriam, didn't you really know? Or has this innocent-looking old lady fooled you?
Nothing of the sort. What is the matter?
One of my men is dying in hospital as a result of an assault by her two sons on him. We have got the older, but the other one seems to have escaped.
Oh, God. Como? Billow!
Can't we handle this question better, please?
Mrs. Miriam, you are talking to a policeman whose duty is to keep peace and order according to the law, and in command of the situation. You stay calm. The visit is over.
I have tried to help, but now...
Listen. If you want your son to remain alive, ask him to surrender, or you shall lose him forever.
I can't believe my eyes, Amado. Did you really return? Let me look at you properly. Is it really my brother Amado in the flesh?
What is this, Doc? I wouldn't change the country for the whole world. Didn't you receive my letter?
Yes, I received it. Frankly, I didn't expect your return so quickly. I thought you would go and enjoy yourself for a few days after all those years of long study and work.
Enjoy myself? You speak as if our country has overtaken Europe in its progress and civilization. We'll have to work hard in order to put our people before the better choice. Self-reliability.
Frankly, my dear Amado, we're still crawling and we have not taken the right path yet.
Did you try at least? Or are you waiting for the imperialist to show you the way?
Easy on, Amado. You are speaking to your brother. I am one of many millions of Africans who suffer from illiteracy and downright ignorance.
I speak to you in the name. I speak in the name of the majority blinded by ignorance and colonialism. I speak to every educated African who must shoulder the most difficult task in order to agitate all the people and gather them under the banner of nationalism.
I wonder if you'll practice surgery or enlightenment and speeches among our people.
Maybe you are practicing only mine engineering and implementing the latest theories of extracting coal.
That is my specialization.
And what about the worker? And what about the man who works in your mine?
What about him?
Do you think that he lies within the limits of your circle?
I don't really understand what you mean.
These workers are the real material which must be soldered to form the African nationalism.
Amado.
Miriam.
Amado. Thank God for your safety.
Be careful. Don't get out of that circle. For how long will you keep silent? Huh? How did it happen? How could Billow run away? Where is he now? Is it that your type of music? Come on, dance! Is it this your type of music? We have different and more advanced methods by which we can make it talk. Talk! Sing! Let them stand. Let them stand on their feet. They must keep on standing continuously, like statues.
I'm really sorry for what has happened here. Quite frankly, I expected to find a better situation. Presently, I cannot see what's really going on around here. I can't find anything.
I'm afraid that's not all there is to it, Doctor. We're going from bad to worse. Who knows what's in store for this country when it is in the hands of people like the Major, the Governor, and all the others.
Don't exaggerate, Miriam. Don't give Amado such a gloomy impression. Don't put him off before he starts his new job. Give him hope for better times.
Hope? Where can we find hope around here, tell me? He deserves to make use of his talents as a leading heart surgeon of Europe. Do you think he'll find his way into the closed circle of the white doctors in this country?
I will try to prove my worth, as long as I can serve my country wherever possible.
I think we should look for the best approach that would lead Amado to the place which he deserves. Oliver. Yes, Mr. Oliver. The only person who I can ask.
No. No, I don't see any reason for all that. I shall see the governor myself. I shall know how to speak to him.
No, wait. First, let me talk about it to Professor Spark. The governor always listens to him in such matters.
You spent all your life carrying out iron carts and all the way between the house and the mine. You planted the earth by yourself. They didn't teach us anything, but only forced us to obey them, to do whatever they wanted. With your naked hands, you built their houses, villas. They brought us culture, but they have beaten you on your backs. Time passes. The old die, and the young get old, and the gap gets wider. They break the law until they reach the impossible. And the grass grows on your graves. Father, I'll say no to the monster, to the white monster. I may not succeed, but at least I'll prove that I am a black African.